13th boss will be broken down into two different parts, given its two distinctly different bosses that are in the same fight together with different outcomes in the way they are approached, with the first being Executioner Smough, the giant cannibal of a brute who is the slower and larger of the duo, who sits at the floor waiting for your arrival with his weapon at hand. Smough is the more brutal and maniacal of the duo, who lacks a sense of a warrior's honor. You can hear this with Smough laughing when he attacks, charging while being surprisingly patient when it comes to taking action. In a morbid sense, playing with his food in both a literal and figurative way. You see this lack of honor more in the presentation of how Smough reacts to the death of Ornstein, who's possibly unconscious, by completely disregarding any sense of respect for a fallen soldier, yet alone a soldier who was one of the four knights of Gwyn, by crushing his corpse with a hammer the same way you tenderize meat. This is thematically fitting, however, while also being reflective in the design of Smough, who has a build of a sumo wrestler, being large in his size, most likely large in muscle rather than fat, given the hammer he uses requiring immense strength to use even as an undead. Most notable features being the 6 eyes that make it difficult knowing where the real ones are at. They say eyes are the window to the soul, and Smough hardly has one. Other notable features include the smiling face that looks innocent while contradicting the wearer itself, as well as the flower motif shown throughout the whole armor set, and hammer that symbolize elegance while its owner is an executioner. These themes consist of a juxtaposing irony to it all that show not only through the visuals but even the lore. As Smough wanted to become one of Lord Gwyn's knights, but was denied the role despite him being a formidable and competent opponent. Because Smough loved the work he did and being an executioner that would consume the grounded bones of his victims, he ruined his chance to become ranked among the four knights of Gwyn. Ironically enough, it never stopped Smough in serving under Gwyn's army, as well as alongside Dragonslayer Ornstein, who both are the last resort in protecting a divine legacy that resides in the Cathedral of Anor Londo. Fighting Smough is complementary to Ornstein. He may seem slow in the way he moves about until you are caught off guard with him charging towards you. His hammer can even act as a shield to an extent, as it's capable of blocking off projectiles due to its large size. The second phase is not too different from the first, as he gains electrical additions to his arsenal. Either way, Smough's going to hit you, and he will hit heavy as he pummels you, whether it's through him slamming his hammer or his glutes. It's only natural given the bulky sumo build he has, while also most likely being a giant. When it comes to the tier list, I will refrain from mentioning where it will be, given that this is the first half of 2 parts. Something very intriguing about Smough, however, is the fact he wants to be a Knight of Gwyn, only to be rejected by him out of fear, who ironically serves him, despite such due to his own volition. Either way, it's interesting knowing that a deity fears a giant who desired to serve under him, and even being the last resort to his legacy continuing in a narrative context. If you enjoyed or made it to the end of this entry, be sure to like and subscribe in order to be able to watch the next part of this entry.